Now, a 5 Investigates update for you. There are new calls to crack down on the exploitation of animals put on display for money, both here in Minnesota and across the country. Those calls got a lot louder after our reporting about a controversial chain of aquariums and petting zoos called SeaQuest. Eric Rasmussen helped lead a national investigation earlier this year, and he's back now with how you can actually be part of the solution here.
They can, Kevin. Advocates are urging people to contact the federal government as it considers how to strengthen the Animal Welfare Act. That's the law that's supposed to prevent neglect and abuse of animals. And after seeing our recent reports, a Minnesota congresswoman is now among those who say more needs to be done. More video of animals sick and injured.
How are you? Oh, we have green goo.
People, too. All coming from guests and more former employees of SeaQuest Roseville.
If SeaQuest has the audacity to do what they do to animals, then I have the audacity to speak out about it.
That's just part of the overwhelming reaction to 5 Investigates reporting, along with ABC News, exposing allegations of neglect and cutting corners at this chain of hands-on aquariums found in shopping malls across the country.
It was shocking, it was disappointing, and it was heartbreaking.
Now, Minnesota Congresswoman Betty McCollum is calling for a federal investigation. Why is this important to you?
This is important because it's important for public safety and it's important for the welfare of these animals.
In this letter to the Secretary of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, McCollum cited our investigation, calling out substantial violations of the Animal Welfare Act at SeaQuest, accusing the company of not being an honest partner in working with the USDA, which is responsible for enforcing the law.
In Minnesota, we tend to think we've covered all of our bases, and I think we found in this instance we haven't. We had an Animal Welfare Act that was written decades ago before these types of businesses even existed, and so that's why it needs to be refreshed.
Right now, the USDA is considering how to beef up regulations for those who buy, sell, and handle exotic animals. SeaQuest says the health and safety of its animals is its #1 priority. But we checked, and the company is repeatedly mentioned among the thousands of comments that have already rolled into the government.
The comments absolutely make a difference.
Danielle Palermo is a regulatory specialist for the Humane Society of the United States, which supports a total ban on public contact with wild animals. As we reported with ABC News in February, so-called interactions resulted in at least 76 incidents where people were bitten or scratched at SeaQuest locations across the country.
What I saw there, what I experienced, it still hurts.
Former SeaQuest Roseville employee Kayla Wolf reported her concerns to the USDA years ago. After a sloth bit a guest in July of 2019, text messages obtained by 5 Investigates show a vet said the animal, named Flash, was supposed to be quarantined. But in another message, a SeaQuest manager told staff sloth interactions are back on, more than 2 weeks before the quarantine was supposed to be lifted. If discovered, Wolf says they could have been forced to euthanize.
To be found out that you're doing this, you're risking the animal's life.
SeaQuest did not directly respond to our questions about the sloth, and instead referred us to its online animal care guide. The incident was just one of more than a dozen serious issues Wolf documented before she says she and several other employees were laid off.
That was in 6 months. I've worked with animals for over a decade, and in 6 months, that's what I have. And I would also like to mention, I only sent you the things that I knew I had documentation for. There's more.
In the past 5 years, USDA inspectors cited SeaQuest facilities more than 80 times for issues including human injury, potential disease hazards, and inadequate care of animals. But the company is still operating in 7 locations, including here in Minnesota. Is there more that the USDA could or should be doing?
Yes, absolutely.
Last month, the USDA entered a new agreement with the Department of Justice to try to better enforce animal welfare issues. It says it takes that mission, quote, very seriously. But so far, the agency has not commented about Congresswoman McCollum's call for an investigation. I can tell you, Kevin, we've included information on how you can contact the animal care team at the USDA. That's inside our story on KSTP.com.
Because as she mentioned, the comments are very important.
That's what they say.
Okay, Eric.